Well, it's kind of a sad day. It's gloomy outside. I got crap on my windshield. And I got some bad news. I think this is going to be my last average review on cars. But I thought it was only fitting that I ended where I began, the little hobby, with the Chevy Malibu, new for 2016. Quick shot of the interior. Let's go over it in detail. Because it's different, I give it that, than the previous generation. A lot of, what do I say about it? I mean, a lot of angles, a lot of curves and swoops. But I'll save my opinion until the end here. Let's get into the details. Across the cabin, you have quite a bit more plastic than the previous generation. This is like a textured plastic. Not too cheap feeling, but a little disappointing. You have a tough cloth material along the door panel. Chrome accents, power windows, power locks, standard stuff. The tough cloth pattern continues with a matte chrome around the AC vents. Automatic light controls. This is that same textured plastic all across the top, all across the dash. On the wheel you have an illuminated odometer and fuel gauge system. Nothing too different than the previous generation there. Cruise controls and controls for the screen. The trip, mileage, computer controller from here. Bluetooth, phone controls. The wheel is wrapped in a plastic, but it's not that loud, irritating plastic, so I can appreciate that. Center console kind of swoops out at an angle. Makes it easier to reach things, but it's pretty bare. Everything is operated from the touch screen, obviously. Projection, what does that do? I guess you can project from your USB device onto the screen, maybe. Nothing but a power button, phone controls, and seeking buttons, fast forward, and a home to get you to where you need to be on the touchscreen, OnStar included. And down here you have your little climate control system. Pretty basic, nothing too overwhelming. Real simple. And this cloth design continues across the top of the dash with the plastic. Wrap it on around the dashboard. Down here you have USB and cigarette. Why do I always want to call it cigarette lighter? It's not a cigarette lighter no more. It's just a power charger, power adapter, power receiver. I don't know the term. I've been average all this time. Nothing has changed. A chrome accent lines the gear shift, which has a optional manual mode system, and a little marbly looking touch down here around the cup holders. This is lined with a soft material, but underneath it you feel the hard, cheap plastic, which continues up the panel. Armrest is lined with a small cushion. Pretty tough feeling. And inside the armrest compartment, you don't really have anything but a deep space for storage. The seats are, in this particular trim, are not leather. They're a tough, soft material. Tough, soft material. That's an unusual combination of words. More average, shining through. So there's the door. I don't really like this color, but this is the one I got to review. I don't like the gray. The gray on gray look. Gray with slightly darker gray. Really not a fan of this colorway. But there's the back seat. Nothing to see back there. With some vents here in the back for the rear passengers. So let me go ahead on and give my opinion. Oh, push the start. Of course. Anything else will be uncivilized at this point. Right off the bat, I'm going to say that I feel that this is it's pretty disappointing. The interior is not as interesting as the previous generation that this one is replacing. I'm a little surprised, actually. It's like a toned down version of the Impala interior, but I can appreciate the simplicity of it, but it's just nothing that really stands out as far as the interior. So it's a good looking car. It's just not what I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more from the new Malibu. Let me hop in the back and give a quick look at the leg room. So leg room is cool. It's acceptable. I got a little space to stretch my legs, but larger people are going to be a little cramped. Nothing back here to see except the vents and another power jack. And here's the center console shot. Very, very, very simple and plain design. If you don't like a lot of buttons and lights and knobs coming at you, you feel overwhelmed by that, I think you'll appreciate this refresh. It's not bad looking. It just needs something to give it a little more pop. Maybe a different colorway. Notice on the gas pedal the little racer looking design with the holes down there. Still doesn't do much to help it look any better. You know, not bad. Pretty nice design on it. So as far as the driving experience, the Malibu is serviceable. Nothing spectacular. Just a basic drive. It's a basic family sedan. But overall, I'm not really a fan of the redesign overall. So personally, I would give it like a 3.5 out of 5. Kind of disappointed. Actually, I expected just a lot more from this year's offering. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I don't want to talk too long. Like I said, it's been a good little ride on this review journey. But this is gonna be my last one, I think. So those who have followed me, I appreciate the comments. Those that hated me, you gave me a few laughs. But our time here is done as far as reviewing cars. Can't say it's done forever, but for the foreseeable future. Will my channel continue with something else? Who knows? I'll catch y'all later.